lie down on any prop that you really would like. If you want to get a little bit of heart opening, it might be nice to have a block supporting your shoulders, or maybe you'd like a pillow or a bolster underneath your knees or your lower back. But really just coming into any supine position. So maybe your legs are long in front of you, or feet down, knees bent and knocking in. You can also do feet together, knees wide. Wherever you find yourself, just start to settle in and resist the temptation to adjust once you've kind of picked your position. And take a deeper breath in through the nose. And a full exhale. This time, inhale, a 3-count breath, really mindfully seeing the breath in 3 distinct sections. I want you to inhale for 1 into the belly, 2 into the ribs, and 3 into the chest. And then as you exhale, let the chest fall, then the ribs close, and then the belly lowers. Again, inhale, belly, ribs, chest, and exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Keep going like this. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Slowly exhale for 3, 2, and 1. Take a few more cycles like this in your own time. Really trying to feel that lift of your belly button up towards the ceiling with that first third of your breath in. And then the ribs will expand on the second third. And then your chest will lift on the final third. And then as you exhale, the chest falls, the ribs contract, and the belly button pulls down. Just a few more breaths. Notice the way your body is responding to this really intentional and careful breath. If you feel your nervous system starting to relax, and see if you can maintain this mindfulness throughout our practice. Even as we start to move the body and build heat, keeping the same attention and awareness on your inhales and exhales. The next time you breathe in, just really gently start to extend your arms out into a big T, palms facing up to the sky. Bend your knees if they're not already, feet down on the ground. Let the feet be as wide as your mat, so nice wide stance, and then let the knees just windshield wiper from side to side. The knees should be wide, therefore not touching one another. So you kind of have the knees knocking over to one side and the thighs do not touch because the feet are so wide. The next time the knees fall to the right, let them stay there and look over your left shoulder. Can you find that same 3 counts inhale, that 3-part breath, belly, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, belly. Breathe into the top of the left hip flexors. And slowly draw the knees back through center and then let them fall to the left, gaze over the right. The feet are heavy, the knees are heavy, and you're just opening up through a little bit through the quads maybe, but definitely through the top of that right hip. And then pull the knees back through the center, hug them in towards your chest. Give yourself a really big squeeze. Apply some pressure here on your belly, pulling the thighs towards your tummy, but then trying to reach the tailbone through kind of towards the front of the mat. Good, I want you to keep your knees together. Just push them until they're right over your hip points. Shins are parallel to the ground. You can point or flex your feet or let your feet be lazy, but whatever you choose, just make it very, very mindful and intentional. So we have this right angle at the hip joint and the knee joints. So just make sure that that kind of remains throughout this exercise. We want to keep the bones stacking, knee over hip, and then shin parallel to the ground. Reach your arms up toward the sky, fingertips reaching towards the ceiling, and your palms are facing in like you're holding a block. Taking a breath in, pull your belly button down towards your spine. As you exhale, lift head and shoulders off of the ground. Breathe into pause. So you're reaching your fingertips past your toes. As you exhale, grabbing this imaginary block in between your hands, just reach over towards the right, past your right thigh. Inhale back through center. Don't let the shoulder blades drop. Exhale to the left. So we're really gently twisting. Inhale through the middle. Exhale over to the right. Keep going like this, and I want you to feel which muscles are working here. The shoulder blades never touch the ground. Even as you come back through the center with the breath in, you're exhaling and lifting up even higher, but again, the shoulders are lifted the whole time. The exhale is when you're really doing the work though. That's when the belly button pulls down and you lift up and twist deeper. Let's do 2 more cycles like this. Notice if your abdomen is coning and try to keep your belly button pulling down. Last cycle, 1 over to the right. Exhale, shh. Inhale up through center, exhale over to the left. Inhale through center and exhale to hold. 3 and 2, double check bone on bone, and 1. Pull the knees into the heart and rock up and down the spine. We're gonna do a nice twisting class today, so that was kind of just a little preview. Get some momentum and roll all the way up to hands and knees, rolling over the shins, coming to tabletop. So find your stance. We want shoulders right over wrists, hips right over knees. Spread out through the fingertips and really pushing down through the knuckles and the fingertips more than you think you need to. Good. Let's take a breath in. Tuck the toes. Start to melt your belly down as you lift the tailbone, squeeze your shoulder blades, reach the chest forward and gaze either forward or up. And then exhale, tops of the feet press down, round the spine into your cat, chin to chest. Inhale into that cow shape, breathing deeply. And exhale, spread your shoulder blades, pushing into the shins, into the feet as you round the spine into your cat. Come to neutral, turn the fingertips towards your knees. The insides of your wrists are facing forward. Either do one at a time or both at the same time if you feel like you have enough space. Drawing circles with the shoulders around the wrists. I always get a crack on my right wrist whenever I do this. These circles can be as large or as small as you would like. Switch the direction whenever you're ready, taking a different direction. Let's take one more full inhale to rock forward and an exhale to rock back. Good. Now the fingertips will remain pointing towards your knees. We're just going to flip the palm to face up. This one, very well, may need to do one at a time. No worries if that's the case, just do one at a time. But the palms are facing up and your fingertips are towards your knees. Draw those circles. We're opening up through the wrists before asking a lot of this joint. If you were moving in one direction, change it up. If you're using one wrist at a time, maybe you switch to the other wrist. Good. Keep breathing in and out with that same 3 count inhale and exhale. Last cycle. Good, and then let's release the palms back to neutral, fingertips pointing forward. Maybe shake it out if you need to through the wrists. And then we're going to stack left shoulder over left wrist still as you reach the right arm up towards the sky. So we want one long line of energy here. This left shoulder can pop forward sometimes. I want you to pull it down your back, away from your left earlobe. Bring your right hand to your lower back for a moment and see if you can even out the pelvis and isolate the twist in your upper back. So you're not letting the hips move. The hips are staying directly over the knees and your lower back is nice and flat. Good, then re-extend the right arm up towards the sky. Big breath in. As you exhale, thread the needle, reach the right arm underneath you and over towards the left, as far over to the left as you can reach before you relax the right ear down, the right shoulder down, the whole right kind of upper back area. Now that left hand can reach forward, extending through the elbow, or you can keep the left hand next to your face. You can also find a half bind here if that feels good for you. Imagine a little bit more evenness through the pelvis, maybe pulling the left hip forward and down, and the right hip up and back. The next time you breathe in, left hand slides back next to your face if it's not already, and the right arm extends up. Good, right hand lowers down next to the left. Let's take one big inhale here, maybe rocking forward into your cow a little bit, shoulders past wrists. And then exhale, round it into cat. Maybe the shoulders go behind the wrists. Good, come back to neutral. Find that right shoulder over right wrist, and your left arm goes up to the sky. This right shoulder blade, I can feel it trying to reach towards the front of the mat, and I'm really mindfully pulling it down my back. Let's place the left hand on the lumbar spine just for a moment, right at the base of the spine. I want you to feel for that hip kind of evening out from left to right. Now open up the chest a little bit more, but this twist is happening in your upper thoracic spine rather than your lower spine and your pelvis. Extend the left arm up when you're ready. Breathing in. With an exhale, thread the needle, reach the left arm underneath you and over to the right as much as you can. Then lower the left shoulder, left arm, left cheek down. And maybe reach the right arm forward. Hopefully feeling a nice opening through the shoulders. And check in with the hips again. Maybe even if the hand isn't there anymore on the lower back, we can kind of use our mind's eye to see what's going on there. So just check in. You can kind of do a little bit of shifting, a little bit of wiggling to try to bring it to neutral. One more breath in. If your right arm extended forward, really press down into the right hand. Good. Right hand back next to your face if it's not already. Push down into the right hand to reach your left arm up. And lower the left hand down. One more time. Inhale, rocking forward into your cow. Your shoulders go way forward. Exhale, round it back. Shoulders go behind you. Good. Come into neutral. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal out to the feet. See if you can find a little bit of this curling of the tailbone up to the ceiling to lengthen the backs of your legs. Pull your armpits in towards your ears and then look towards your knees or your navel. There's this kind of fight between soft knees and heels reaching the ground, but we want soft knees more. You should still be reaching the heels through the earth, but prioritize soft knees so that the hips can reach up to the sky. Let's take two spinal waves. Lift the heels, come into your tiptoes, roll forward, rounding the spine like a cat pose into plank. Shoulders over wrists, and then arch the spine, bending the knees, looking forward until your hips go all the way up and back into down dog. One more time, lift the heels high, round forward. And then arch the spine, bend the knees just like cow spine, downward facing dog, hips up. Lift the heels this time, looking forward. Take really baby steps all the way to the top of the mat. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. I want your hands to be on the ground as long as you can. Bending the knees again is that priority. Let's inhale and find a halfway lift once your fingertips and feet meet. And then an exhale to fold. Feet can be as wide as the hips. Head is heavy. Twice more, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, belly down, head down. Last one, breathe in. Ardha Uttanasana. Pull your belly, chest, face halfway, and you're kind of parallel to the earth. And then exhale and drape your upper body over your lower body. Good, we're gonna do a spinal roll up here. Tuck your tailbone. Arms have dumbbells in each hand. Head is heavy. Slowly roll up. Think about taking as long as you need to. A slinky rolling up slowly. And then when you do arrive, roll the shoulders around. Find a little bit of buoyancy in the joints, especially those knees, and then we're gonna sweep the arms around and up. Breathe in, look up towards your fingertips. As you exhale, let's take a T-twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Bring your hands just quickly to your lower back and lower belly. Make sure your hips aren't twisting with you. Your hips stay square to the front of the mat. Re-extend your arms, take a breath in. Right arm back, left arm up and back. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down.
hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, prepare. Exhale, bring your hands down, bending your knees as much as you need to. Step your right foot and your left foot back. Inhale here, spread your shoulder blades. As you exhale, lower your knees down, chest and chin down, butt stays lifted in the air, and your elbows are off of the mat and squeezing in towards your torso. Inhale for baby cobra, belly down, thighs down. Press into your feet and lift your hands off of the mat. Also try to see if you can lift your belly button off of the ground to protect your lower back. Another inhale, lift higher. Exhale, hands down, child's pose. Downward facing dog. Hips nice and high. See how different your down dog feels here after our nice forward folds compared to the very first down dog. And the next time you inhale, let's lift the heels high, coming onto your tiptoes, look forward. And then lead with your non-dominant foot and take baby steps to the top of the mat. Once you arrive, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release, opening up the backs of your thighs. Last one, breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, release. Another spinal roll up. See if you can really articulate all 24 of your vertebrae. Slowly stack your spinal column. It's that tuck of the tailbone, and then the rest of the spine follows. Head is coming up last. Good, when you do arrive, wiggle it out, feel your feet firmly grounding down, and then Urdhva Hastasana, high prayer, arms up and overhead. With an exhale, take a T-twist to the left. Again, hands to your belly and low back. Keep the twist happening in the upper back, not in the hips. So keep your hip points pointing straight forward as you re-extend your arms into that T. Let's take a breath in, left arm down, right arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the ground. Breathe in, halfway lift, preparing again. Exhale, hands down. Your left foot steps back first this time, then your right. Breathing into your high plank. Now you can do knees, chest, chin, and baby cobra again if that felt really good in your body. If you'd like a little bit more heat, roll forward onto your tiptoes. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, with or without the knees. Elbows bend less than halfway. Breathing in, tops of the feet come down. Open up your chest, upward facing dog. Your thighs are a mile away from the mat. Pull your chest through. Downward facing dog, lift your hips. Head is heavy. Breathing in and out. Again, inhale and exhale. Last time, breathe in and breathe out. Lift your heels, inhaling, look forward. Either baby steps, one big step, or maybe take a hop to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Inhale when you arrive, halfway lift, pull your belly button up towards your spine. Exhale to release, just that one time. Let's reverse swan dive. Reach your arms out to the sides, all the way around and up, lots of energy there. And exhale, hands to your heart, arms down by your side. Good, breathe in, chair pose. I want you to get low in the hips, reach your arms down and forward and then up. If this is causing a lot of tension in the shoulders, you can find cactus elbows, yeah? Pull the belly button away from your thighs and sit a little bit lower. And then see if you can imagine the chest lifting up, just like a cobra spine. Your gaze is either eye level or higher. One more breath in. As you exhale, everyone, hands to your heart, thumbs at your sternum. Breathe in to lift the chest. As you exhale, take a prayer twist to the right. Left elbow hooks on the outside of the right knee. Here's where we get into those twists a little bit more. Keep the hips even. Take one more breath in. Squeeze the thighs together as you exhale. Look up. Breathe in, come back to center, readjust. Keep your chest lifting. Keep your thighs low. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Slow the heart rate down, even in these moments of intensity. Press into your heel bones to feel your glutes engage. Last inhale. Stay with me for the exhale. Breathe in through center, hold. Exhale, belly to thighs, fold down, head is heavy. Good job, inhale, halfway lift. This time as you exhale, hands can come down, move through any vinyasa that you'd like to, knees, chest, chin, baby cobra, chaturanga to up dog, option to do a hop back to chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend, and then downward facing dog is your exhale. And we'll take a full breath in here, and a big sigh out of the mouth. Inhale your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Push the ground away with your hands and make sure your left heel is still reaching for the earth as you reach your right big toe away from your left foot. Breathe in. As you exhale, pull the right knee in towards your nose and softly step the right foot in between the hands. Drop your back knee down to the ground. Reach your arms up on vinyasa. We want right knee over right ankle. Lots of space in your pelvis, but lengthen the tailbone down and reach your pubic bone up. Another breath in, maybe send the gaze up towards your thumbs. And an exhale. Breathe into the front of that left hip. Another inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower your left hand down on the inside of the right foot. Sweep your right arm forward, down, back, and up. Twist. Right arm over left arm, yeah? Keep pulling your right knee in. It'll want to sneak out to the right. Keep it over the right ankle. Maybe gaze at it and keep it hugging in. Take another breath in. Maybe reach your right fingertips a little bit higher. As you exhale, sweep it forward and down. Lift your back knee up, step your right foot back to meet your left, and take your flow. Chaturanga, or knees just chin to your back bend of choice. We're gonna meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Keep lifting as you reach your right heel down to the ground. Pull your armpits in towards your ears. Don't lose that external rotation in the shoulders. Last breath in. Can you lift your left foot a little bit higher? As you exhale, pull the left knee in towards your nose and softly step left foot in between the hands. Back knee comes down. Make sure your pelvis has nice space here, and then sweep your arms up. Good. Find a little bit of that drawing in of your obliques, of your belly button towards your center line. So there's less kind of just empty flexibility here. There's a lot of strength as well. Your gaze can go up. Press into your left heel and your right toes a whole bunch. One more breath in. As you exhale, super slow-mo, right hand comes down. Left arm goes forward, down, back, and up, sweeping it up. Pull your right shoulder down your back, stack your left wrist over your right wrist. Keep hugging your left inner thigh towards your belly, but pull your navel away from your left inner thigh. Another breath in. As you exhale, reach that left arm forward, 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 and down. Tuck your back toes if they're not already. Lift your right leg and move through your flow. Inhaling for a back bend. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Big breath in, lift your heels. Looking forward, exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, head is heavy. Inhale, sweep up, high prayer, arms up. As you exhale, take that T-twist to the right. Stay standing tall, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale to back bend, right arm down your thighs, left arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Frame the feet or frame your head. Breathe in, halfway lift, prepare. As you exhale, hands to the ground, make your way to downward facing dog. Another vinyasa option when you're feeling overheated is just a simple cat-cow. It can really start to kind of bring the body back into homeostasis, which is what we want. But if you're craving that heat, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin are great options. Let's come into downward facing dog and we're gonna add on here. So I want you to start to reach the right leg up and back, three-legged. Bend the knee and open the hips, stack your right knee over your left hip. Keep lifting the right knee up towards the sky, and then dial your right armpit back towards your left toes. One more inhale. As you exhale, cross the body. The right knee taps your left elbow. Pull it over. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee again, taps your left elbow. Go across the body, push the ground away. Last one, inhale, up and back. This time, as you exhale, cross, extend your right leg to the left, fall in triangle. Your right hand stays down, your left arm reaches up to the sky. Roll onto the inner arch of your back left foot. Press into your left foot, right foot to lift your pelvis up and reach your left arm up to the sky. Breathe in and out. Last inhale. As you exhale, left hand down, right knee pulls into the nose, step the right foot through. Drop your back knee, inhale, arms up. As you exhale, left hand on the inside of the right foot, right arm all the way up. Let's keep the left hand down, right arm up, and lengthen your right leg for a half split with a twist. You can bring a block underneath the left hand if you'd like, but we're all straightening this front leg, flexing the right foot, keeping the left hand down, right arm up into our twist. Just for a moment, bring your right hand to your lower back, even things out. Breathe in. Right arm back up. Can you fire up your right thigh a little bit more? Pull your belly button towards your spine. Awesome. Rebend your right knee, right hand sweeps down. Move the block out of the way. Lift your back knee up, and we're going to step the back foot all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, chair pose. Sweep the arms forward and up. As you exhale, hands to your heart. Breathe in to lift the chest. As you exhale, left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Prayer twist. Look down at your knees. Make sure your knees are in line. Maybe dialing the left knee back to meet the right. Gaze is up. Breathe in. Exhale, sit a little bit lower. Pull your belly away from your thighs. Try to stack your elbows and your wrists. Last breath in. Stay, exhale. Breathe in, come through center, stand all the way up, high prayer. T-twist to the opposite side, to the left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, back bend, left arm down your thighs, right arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel, hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, prepare. Again, exhale, hands down, move through the vinyasa of your choice. I'm feeling pretty heated, so I'm gonna take those cat-cows, but see how your body is feeling. Moving in a way that feels good. You have one more inhale. And then we're gonna take downward facing dog as you exhale. Left leg up to the sky. Breathing in. Take that down dog into your twist. Left knee. Tap the right elbow. Shh. Inhale, three-legged dog. JK, we missed our open hip. Bend the left knee, open the hip. Stack your left hip on top of your right. Hang out for a moment. I got too excited. Double check that left armpit pulling towards your right knee. All right, now we're gonna do that twist. Left knee taps your right elbow. Big exhale, shh. Inhale into your three-legged dog. As you exhale, take your fallen triangle this time. Left knee taps your right elbow. Kick the left leg to the right. Left hand stays down, right arm comes up to the sky. Now push into the right foot, into the left foot to lift your hips. If you're not really pressing into the legs, your hips are gonna sink, so push down. Right fingertips trying to touch the ceiling. Another inhale, reach, reach, reach. As you exhale, right hand down, left knee zips towards your nose, step the foot through. Inhale, onto the asana. Back knee down, arms up. Exhale, twisting, right hand down on the inside of the left foot, left arm back and up, twisting. Breathe in here. As you exhale, take your split, your half split with your twist. All you do is straighten your front leg. Left knee is straight. Your right hand will move back a little bit, but your right wrist is still underneath your right shoulder, which is underneath your left shoulder, and left wrist. I rose up to my fingertips here on my right hand. You can also grab a block or a book. Breathing in. Exhaling. Try that 3-count, 3-part breath. One more inhale. Nice balancing challenge here as well. And as you exhale, sweep the left hand back and down as you rebend the left knee. Lift your back knee up. Lots of momentum here. Lift your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, chair pose, arms forward and up. Exhale, prayer twist. Hands to the heart. Twist to the left. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. If the thumbs left your sternum, try to bring them back and sit nice and low. There's this kind of opposite force. Your belly button is trying to twist to the right, but your collarbones are trying to twist to the left. Let's take another full cycle. Twist deeper, exhaling. Inhale, come through center, lift up straight legs. Holding here, just keep your arms up and overhead, back bend. And exhale, swan dive. Hinge at the hips. Breathe in, halfway lift. Big exhale, hands down. Make your way through a flow. Really feeling the cat-cow tonight. We're gonna come into child's pose when you're ready. If downward facing dog feels super restful for you, please feel free to stay in downward facing dog. And if child's pose doesn't feel like enough, if you're craving maybe some upper back opening, more than welcome to come into puppy pose. Take a few breaths to just slow down the heart rate. And if your body is in child's pose or puppy pose, try to rest your forehead all the way onto the mat. The next time you exhale, hold. Keep exhaling. Keep exhaling. Big breath in. Big sigh. Again, exhale, exhale. More, more. Breathe in. And sigh it out. Start to wiggle the fingertips. Start to sway your hips side to side. And when you're ready, we're going to come back up to downward facing dog. We have one last flow here. Keep the energy up, and then we'll find our cool down very soon. When you come into your downward facing dog, take a really big breath in to lift your heels high, stretching the backs of the toes. And then a huge exhale, drive the heels into the ground. Let's find a 3 count inhale. Belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. One more time, inhale, 3, 2, 1. Seeing the breath pass these places, exhale, 3, 2, and 1. Lift your heels high. Looking forward, step or hop, make your way to the top of the mat. Breathing in, halfway lift, and exhaling, fold over the legs. Let's inhale into chair pose, bending your knees. Keep your knees over your ankles and sweep the arms forward and up. As you exhale right away, hands to heart, prayer twist. We've been here many times. Hook the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Good, now I want you to start to look down. Keep your left elbow on the right knee. Don't let that connection be lost. I want you to keep the skin on skin as you float your left heel away from the mat. You're just playing around here with the shift of weight. Don't do any rushing here. It's really important that we stay focused. As your left heel floats up, more weight transitions to the right foot. See what happens when you lift the entire left foot off of the ground. Bring your left heel to your butt as you shoot the left knee back in space. Don't lose left elbow on right knee. Slowly, with control, step the left foot to the back of the mat. If it doesn't happen today, know that it will happen one day. And then kind of detach from it. So we're in this prayer lunge twist. Your hands remain at your heart, hopefully. Hopefully left elbow is still on the outside of the right knee. Feel the back of your left knee reach up to the sky as you straighten your left leg. Let's sweep the arms into more of a wing sensation. So your right fingertips are reaching up, left fingertips are reaching down. Your elbows are extended. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, slow motion, warrior 2. Reach your left arm forward, around and up. Your back heel seals to the ground. Right knee bends. You have right arm forward and left arm back. Bring your hands to your hips to kind of even things out. Creating more space in the front right hip crease probably. We have heel to arch alignment here. We have right knee directly over right ankle. Re-extend your arms. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more inhale. Bend your right knee a little bit more. Flip your right palm. Lean up and back, peaceful warrior. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Frame the front foot. Spin your back heel up. Start to find a little bit of buoyancy in the knees. Maybe bending the back knee a little bit, and we're gonna leap forward into supported warrior 3. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Don't let your back leg fall asleep here. Really, really firm it up. Extend through your spine, even the neck. So from this supported warrior 3, we're gonna start to find revolved half moon. I want you to keep your hips square to the ground, just as they are now. Left hip even with your right hip. Glance back at your left toes and make sure they're pointing straight down, especially that pinky toe pointing straight down. Option to bring your left hand to a block. Lowest, medium, or highest setting. Right hand to your lower back, away from the ground, super slowly. Your chest right now is still square to the ground. Then I want you to keep the hips where they are and start to bring your chest to the right, twisting in your upper thoracic spine. There's a hot teacup on your lower back that you cannot spill. Keep twisting your left elbow, left collarbones, left eyeball to the right. From here, maybe start to lift your right arm up to the sky to come into your full Prasarita Ardha Chandrasana. Pull your belly button up towards your spine and know that this is not serious. This is a tough yoga pose, but it is just that. It's a pose. We're just creating shapes with the body. So have fun with it. Feel the twist happening in your spine and not in your hips. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, lower your right hand back down. Left foot lowers next to your right. Move the blocks out of the way. Then your right knee, then your left knee to kind of stretch out that right hammy and glute. And then let's do a really big twist. I want you to heel toe your feet to be as wide as the mat. I want you to bend your left knee. Keep your right leg straight. Left hand in front of the right foot-ish. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Push down through your right heel to get this nice sensation through the outer right glute. If you want even more sensation, you might lose a little bit of the bend in the left knee or heel toe your feet closer together. You can also kind of take advantage of pushing into the right heel bone to send the sensation up the outer seam of the right leg. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Grab opposite elbows and sway. Inhaling. And as you exhale, hands down, you can step or hop back. Move through your vinyasa flow. Meeting in downward facing dog when you're ready. Inhaling for your back bend. Exhaling to roll over the toes into your downward facing dog. All right, feet together. Inhaling, lift the heels high, look forward. Push the ground away as you exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, head is heavy. Breathe in, chair pose, Uttanasana. Arms sweep forward and up. As you exhale, right away, hands to heart as you twist. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Now bring those thumbs to the chest. Keep them there. And feel the twist, feel the hips sturdy. Start to look down, lift your right heel off of the mat. Again, we start slow. We move in baby steps. And we just feel the shift of weight. Don't rush it. Now start to lift the entire right foot off of the ground and just see how it goes. Maybe you lightly press it back down and then lift. When you feel ready, lift the right heel to the right butt, shooting the right knee straight behind you. Extend the right leg and softly step the right toes at the back of the mat. So you're in your prayer lunge twist. Second side. Use your right elbow, kind of right upper arm bone even, on the outside of that left knee as leverage to twist open more. Push your left hip back and in, and lift your right hip up and push it forward. Let's spread our wings here. Extend your arms up and down. Active fingertips, jazz hands. Take a breath in. Can you squeeze your right hamstring as you breathe out? Inhaling, slow motion, warrior 2. Windmill the arms open, your back heel seals down. Maybe heel toeing your feet to get into the position that you want. They don't have to land exactly perfectly. You can move them around. Now bring the hands to the hips and see if this is happening. If your pelvis is kind of angling forward. We want to drop the back hip to find that nice even pelvis. So kind of create space in the left hip crease. Extend your arms again when you're ready. And really call upon that back leg. Breathe in and out. Another inhale. Check left knee over left ankle. Exhale. Peaceful warrior, Shanti Virabhadrasana. Flip your left palm and lean back. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Frame the front foot, spinning the back heel up. Look forward. Have a little bit of fun with it. Maybe bend your back knee for some momentum, for some kind of cheetah-like pouncing energy, and leap forward. Hands are most definitely on the ground for this. They're right underneath your shoulders. Elongate the spine and remind your right leg that it's a part of this pose. Shoot it back, no bend in the right knee. When you're feeling ready, maybe lifting the right hand to a block, to a soup can, pulling the belly button towards your spine, reminding the right leg to work. Place your left hand on your lower back. Keep your bum even. Look at your right toes just for a hot sec. Make sure they're pointing down to the ground, especially the outer edge of the right foot. Good. Now start to twist. Gazing over to the left. Right chest reaching to the left. Feel the shaking, feel the wobbliness, and breathe through it. Kudos to our three-part breath, peeps. When you're ready, you might extend the left arm up to the sky. Revolved half moon. Let's take one more breath in. Try to smile, enjoy. Stay for the exhale. At the bottom of the exhale, fold. Left hand down, right foot down. Pedal out through the knees. You made it. Feet can be hip width distance or wider. Bend your right knee, right fingertips in front of the left foot. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Opening, just twist up. And your forward fold. Push down to the left heel to send the stretch to that outer left butt. And just like in our very first twist, in that low lunge, pull your right shoulder blade down your back, away from your ear. One more breath in. This should feel really, really juicy. And exhale, lower. Left hand down. With interlaced fingertips behind the back for this one. Let the knuckles reach up and overhead. Breathing in. Fluttering the lips. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last one. Release the hands down. And your final spinal roll up. Tuck the tailbone. One vertebra at a time. Lifts you up. When you do arrive, bring your hands to your pelvis. Heel toe the feet really wide and just move your hips in a giant circle. Imagine a pencil right at the bottom of your pelvis, and you're trying to draw a ginormous circle on the mat, moving it in every direction you can. Switch the direction, drawing it in the opposite way. Good. You should get a nice big hip flexor stretch as you push forward, outer hip as you go to the side, and a little bit in your lower back and hamstrings as you go back. Good, now come to center, the very middle of your circle. Turn the toes out, second position. If we were ballerinas, hands to your heart. Breathing in. As you exhale, lower maybe an inch down, bending at your knees. Inhale. Lower another inch. Breathe in. Lower another inch. Inhale. Lower another inch. You guys get the idea. Breathe in. Lower another inch. Breathe in. Lower another inch. Last time. Inhale. Lower another inch. Your bum does not have to be too low. Come to a point where you feel comfortable and just hold for 3. I want you to press into your heel bones. Engage your glutes. Pull your knees wide. 2. And on 1, hands come down to the ground to kind of help you. If you can do this without hands, awesome, but maybe your hands come to the mat to help your butt land on the ground. I want your feet together, knees wide, and then grab a hold of your feet with your hands. Just take some big circles all the way around your hips. And move in the opposite direction. Slowing it down. Good. Come into neutral. Breathe in, arch the spine. And exhale to fold any amount. You can release your hands down to the ground if you'd like. You can keep your hands on your feet and push the knees down with your elbows. You can drop the head, just softening through the hips. One more breath in and out. Slowly roll up. Make sure that your toes are pointing forward. So facing the front of the mat, I want you to keep your right leg and knee right where they are. Lift your left foot off of the mat. See how this goes without your hands. If you need to use your hand, please do. Pushing that left foot out to the left, behind you, to set up for pigeon. Welcome to use your hands for that. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. You can use your hands on the ground for help. But we're gonna set up for pigeon. So your right shin, foot and knee are in front of you. If you'd like a really, open stretch for the hips, you can start to move the shin to be parallel to the front of the mat, but it's not mandatory at all to feel anything. If you have wildly open hips, you might need to move the shin a little bit farther forward, but this is perfect for me, a nice diagonal. The back leg, I do want to be engaged for a moment. So tuck those back toes, lift the knee away from the ground to breathe into the front of the left hip. Reach the left heel away from you. Instead of forward, pull it back as much as you can. Fingertips on the ground, arch the spine a bit. Leaning back. Breathing in. Breathing out. Untuck the left toes, lowering the tops of the feet down, and lower a little bit. Breathe in. Lower a little bit more. Inhale. And lower as much as you'd like. Maybe the forearms come down, maybe the hands stay down. You can grab like 20 pillows and prop yourself up. You can also splay all the way out, reaching your arms completely forward. It also might feel nice to make a little pillow for the forehead to rest with your hands. Try to find this sense of ease. And whenever you feel too much sensation, notice if your mind is just trying to get you to do something, to move the body, or to think of something, complete one of your items on your to-do list. And challenge yourself to just be. Find that 3-count, 3-part breath. As gently as you can, start to press into the hands. I want your head to lift up last. So it's your lower back, middle back, upper back, then your neck and head lift. Again, see how this goes without using your hands. Roll onto the right hip, just as you did to enter pigeon. Reach the left leg out to the left, forward, and wrap the left foot over the right knee. So the left foot comes onto the ground on the outside of the right knee. Bring the right foot closer to the left butt cheek. Reach your arms up, breathing in, preparing for our spinal twist. Take a T-twist to the left. Left hand, fingertips really, come onto the ground behind your butt, and your right elbow hooks on the outside of the left knee. Let your left knee point up to the sky. Let your spine be really, really tall. And then maybe your gaze goes over your left shoulder. As you inhale, I want you to push your belly into your left inner thigh. And then as you exhale, zip the belly button away from the inner thigh, giving your internal organs a little massage. One more breath in. and out. At the bottom of the exhale, counter twist to the right. Right hand and left hand come over to the right, and you're just kind of evening it out. Maybe without your hands, back to your butterfly. Feet together, knees wide. We'll do that same sequence on the second side. So your left foot, knee, shin is gonna stay. Your right foot's gonna lift, push that right leg to the right, rolling onto the left hip, then try to swing it all the way back. See how it goes. Use your hands if you want to, if you need to, if you feel like it. Now, when you're coming into this pose, I want you to, again, keep the back leg engaged. Don't fold all the way down right away. Tuck the back toes, and then lift the back knee off of the mat. Pull your heel back. Instead of letting it come forward, reach it back, creating a little bit more space in the front of the right hip, yeah? Then fingertips to the ground, arch the spine a little bit. Remember that front shin can be on a diagonal. It does not have to be really far forward. Breathe in. As you exhale, untuck the back foot, letting the right knee land wherever it is, and bring your hands forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower a third of the way down. Inhale. Exhale, lower another third. And then breathe in and lower as far down as you'd like. Honor your body and the asymmetries that exist. This side might be a lot tighter than your first side. Maybe it's really open and you feel like you can go much deeper. Just be aware. And then after that, more physical awareness, start to notice the breath. Intentionally try to slow down your pulse, knowing that your exhales have that superpower. Whenever you're ready, push into your hands and roll up. Bowling ball attached to the head, nice and slow. Maybe with your hands, maybe without, knowing that it's a journey. Your body doesn't just snap into it one day. There's a lot of work. Swing the right leg out to the side, forward, and try to bring the right foot over the left knee. This left foot is probably far away from your butt, so you can slide it in. The right foot is down, the right knee points up to the sky. Nice tall spine. Come out of your pelvis. Reach your arms up, breathe in. As you exhale, T-twist to the right. Right fingertips lightly pressing into the mat, left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Look over your right shoulder. It's really important here that you find your 3-part breath. Your belly breath, and then your ribs, and then your chest, and then out, letting the chest go. Ribs come in, and belly button draw in. At the bottom of your next exhale, counter twist to the left. And then hands and gaze through the middle. Uncross the feet, feet together, knees wide, back in Baddha Konasana. And then use your hands to kind of situate yourself so that when we roll down, your head is supported by the mat. So you're not too far back or in the middle of the mat. Reach your arms forward, breathe in. As you exhale, scoop your tailbone under, tucking your tailbone under and rounding the whole spine, just like cat pose. Lower a little bit, lower a little bit more, lower a little bit more, a little bit more, and then slowly roll all the way down. Reach your arms up and overhead, biceps by the ears, breathing in. As you exhale, pull the knees into the heart, give yourself a big squeeze.
Arms into a T, let the knees fall to the right, gaze to the left. The knees can stay together, or you can do the spinal twist that we began our practice with today. Next time you inhale, pull the knees back to the middle of the mat, and then let them go to the left. Gaze over the right shoulder. Closing the eyes and starting to prepare the body for Shavasana. Finding this internal peace. Knees come through the middle, take happy baby or anything else to close out your asana practice tonight. That can be any back bend or any kind of variation of happy baby. It can be an inversion, whatever allows you to feel complete, feel ready to rest. Whenever that is, extend your legs out long in front of you. And let your feet be as wide, if not wider, than the mat. And don't let your feet touch anything. I'm kind of moving my blocks out of the way so that my body is not coming in contact with anything besides the mat and the earth. Let your arms be wider than the mat as well. Your palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Notice this beautiful, natural kind of curling in of the fingertips towards the palms when they're at rest. And take a big breath in. Sink deeper as you exhale. And then just find this natural rhythm with your breath. Let the eyelids be heavy, shutting out any light, any distraction. Feel the shoulder blades ground down, and the heel bones ground down, and the sits bones ground down. Feel the whole body commit to this rest. Next time you breathe in, take in a little bit more air. And sigh softly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, hold at the top. Keep that air in and maybe take an extra couple sips through the lips. And then exhale, sighing, and let the chest fall. The ribs come in and the belly pull in. Reach your arms up and overhead really slowly. Stretch like you've just woken up. Point your toes and reach your fingertips away from them. And with as little effort as possible, you're just going to roll over onto your favorite side. Try to keep the eyes closed if you can and work your way up to that next seat. We'll conclude our practice with just one final breath together. Bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra, right at your heart, palms pressing in. Lift your chest and stack your spine. Full breath in. And full breath out. Bowing the chin forward, gazing down, blinking the eyes open. And thank you all so much for showing up for practice. Namaste. If you have questions about the twists, about that gnarly revolved half moon, let me know. And I will see you next time.